Back again at this little Vauxhall Mokka X, and thank goodness it's no timing, but it's something different today, another painful job. It's a replacement of the oil cooler. So the customer's complaint is when they're driving along the road, there is a terrible smell of burning oil. And it's this oil cooler, it leaks. I'll show you exactly where it leaks. See these O-rings? Oh. And they let the oil out, it drips down to the catalytic converter, and the smell's horrendous. So this ain't an easy job. This is an entire day's work, because you have to remove the manifold, remove the turbo, remove the exhaust, and access is very poor. So the first thing you got to do is drain the coolant, and that's what Roddy's doing underneath. See, he's got his set of long pliers in, and that the intercooler hose does not help for access. But we'll see if he gets it. Gary, right, we'll clear that hose. I think maybe if we clear this hose away, that'll do the business. First thing we've done was remove this air intake pipe. We'll show you where that goes. That's just held on by 7mm at the top, 7mm at the bottom. And it's fairly tight, this thing, off, especially down the bottom. That goes between there and there, the turbo. So we then want to take this bolt here, that's a 13mm I think, that's the clamp for the exhaust, take that off. And after we get the exhaust off, we then remove the bolts for the manifold. See these 1, 2, 3, 4, I think they're 10mm, and the ones at the bottom are guide tight, so that's the next bit. There we go, it's right into there. You bring these little studs out. There we go. Like that. 8 of them. That's it. If we had to drill through that bottom bit to get that bracket off because the nuts just turn, that's better, within the voice. So we'll drill it and then we'll cable tie it once we're finished. And that's to give us access to the bleed down for the coolant. Right.
Just turning all day.
Right. Remove the catalytic converter, which is truly horrible to get off. So, see these nuts there? They require, they're 13 going on 12.5 or 12. Copious amounts of heat is required. They're terrible. And what else was there? Well, this bracket here goes on to the engine bay, and then there's a little one there. Although I don't know where it's went, but anyway, these are 10mm bolts as well. And as you can see, a lovely clean cat. So there's another thing you have to remove, this bracket. That goes up there and it's held on with these 2 torques. I think they're 345 if I remember right. So that goes there, and then when we're up here, watch this pipe. I'll remove it like it depends on your life. Horrible. And then Ronnie's getting a manifold up there. The little studs are horrible to access it. So he's working on that one up there. And the other one just right under the turbo. So you've got to remove this banjo bolt fitting for the turbo in order to get this last stud in there. Ooh. Ooh, take your life in your hands here. That's it, lad. So where's the banjo bolt, Roddy? Ah, there it is. Was that a T40? T40. Oh, yeah, bang.
T45.
T45. So we've got to then go in through there to get this last fitment. So you can see the angle, what it goes in at. Tight.
Right.
Just over the top of that banjo bolt. So hopefully get a little movement now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 manifold, well, exhaust manifold bolts. That's them out. Let's see if we get wiggle. Right there, I think that's what to come off. So, let's wiggle the bolt already. Oh. That a plate runs along the front.
Aye, it's
Oh, it's
It's
split.
underneath, it's
Aye, it's
split,
split. We
it's
can't do anything with that yet. So I need to have a look. Oh, it'll be coolant pipes and oil pipes it's had in it. Oh, aye, it is. It's that pipe at the bottom is solid. Wait, I'll show you. So we're trying to wiggle this, and this little pipe here is holding it, but I think better not to disturb this pipe and go for these guys, these little torques, eh? Because that's a pain in the nut. That will split. I take it the manifold goes up the way.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I think that just, because it's got oil running through it, it just finally off. And I would say, horrible, Roddy.
Horrible.
Minging. Anyway, so we managed to get away with just taking the manifold off and no removing the turbo. But whether it goes back on, very well, we don't know. So there's a seal where a pipe goes in there, so maybe we need to replace that. These pipes here, atrocious. We couldn't get that to move, no.
Nah.
Clamps are rotten. And I think this is where the failure bit is here. That gasket right there hits bulging. So, no, you would think the bulging bit would be alright, it'd be the flat bit, eh? Look at it. Don't know, and there's another O-ring. I take it we get an O-ring with the new one, Rory.
Don't think so.
Do we know? Oh, there's an O-ring on that one.
I've got a funny feeling it's a gasket in here.
Oh, you're right. Oh, because look.
See, that's what was leaking in the bottom.
So it is. See that wee hole? Oh no, is that dry in there?
Dryish, yeah.
So you think it's a full cooler and no just this? And then that wee bit in there?
I don't think that's for.
Any idea? Is that the... Oh no, that's the probe. This is up here.
Aye, right in there.
The oil pressure switch.
That must go in the hole. On the can. Wait here, look at that.
Aye.
There's a seal there.
The seal, we'll need to compare that.
Aye.
So there's how we've got it lying. It's a bit, what's the word? Squint. But you can manage to wiggle it out. Whether it's the best method of doing it, no sure. But we tried to turn some of the coolant pipes here already on the turbo. No chance. Horrible. And there's a bit there that we'll have to clean up the mating surface. Right down there.
With our Sprint delivery service, we can get this over to them in a
Back, then take manifold, and we used a bungee cord. So we were two men obviously doing it. So as we pulled this back, we managed to get it in, and it looks okay. We lubricated up the seals with Vaseline, and it popped in fine. So the other thing I've got to say, we took this bottle off just to give us a bit more access in here. And Roddy also took this pipe off here, and that just opens up the whole area. So you can see we've got a new oil pressure sensor in, and everything else just looks fine. And we've got a new light, look at that. It's fantastic. We've discovered you're better actually use a torque on these things. What size is it, Roddy? T30?
45.
T45. So that's, at least it saves you going for the outside, so it gives you a wee bit more space.
Right, that's that there. You can see that. Oh, you can see it now, Sandy. It's right in there.
All right, I try to get that wee bolt back. There's a little torque in here you've got to get in to secure the pipework. Awkward. And here's a right pain in the neck. So in the new cooler, oh, it's hard to get a shot. There's a little plug where the feed pipe goes from there to the turbo, and it's protruding. So it's got to get scaled back in a little way. Roddy, just right on it. You've got to get a wee dud, Roddy. Aye, that wee bit there. It's impossible. We going in?
Right.
Oh, it's a way in. That's ridiculous. Why did they no set it so? That's it back in to get the feed pipe in.
That's terrible.
So there's that torch back in for the oil feed pipe there right in the middle. So I think that was a E10. There it's right there, that little pipe. So that's it all back together. We don't have any coolant leaks, thank goodness, or oil leaks, which is probably more important. So we'll see how that goes, just to take it a test drive and bleed it up. But looking good. I'll let you see underneath. Right, so there's that one there. It all looks nice and dry, although it's a bit wet at the moment because the coolant went down. Anyway, don't bother trying to move this thing in here. That bleed screw doesn't work.
that was a waste of time. It would not let the coolant out. It just had to end up draining down the block. So anyway, cheers.